What's up, guys? Cody here with another video for you guys today, and today I'm going to be showing you a room tour video, or just a house tour video, of all my collectibles as requested by a few people who have wiggled their way through from What Movie One's channel. By the way, I really do appreciate the comment that finally puts to rest that my collection puts his to shame. I tried to warn him multiple times. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Sorry, Brendan. So what we're going to do is we're going to start in the living room real quick. As you guys can see, I have certain lighting going on that fits the theme of my channel. So I will show you guys the movie collection and stuff that's around the living room, and then we will move into my actual bedroom and show you guys everything. So come along with me. Let's check everything out. But as we come from over this way, you guys can see I have stuff on the walls over here, like some little, decor that relates to some of my favorite movies. Like here's the Harry Potter one that we have right here, which is really cool. And then below that we have a Ghostbusters parking only sign. It's a real metal sign right there, along with a popcorn machine right here. As you guys can see, I've had this popcorn machine for quite some time. And there's a few little trinkets and things right here, some figures and stuff. VHS of Terrifier 3, and then down here's all the popcorn stuff right there. But still pretty cool to have my own little popcorn machine. Truth be told though, I can't eat the stuff no more. Now that I work at an AMC, at the beginning it was fine, but I just can't stand the smell or taste of popcorn anymore. I'm being honest with you. It sucks. But it's mostly there for other guests that want to eat popcorn while we're watching a movie. All right, as we move from over here, I have this Power Rangers tapestry right here. It's a towel, but it's fabric, and it sits right there on the mantle right there. So that's pretty awesome. Over here, I got some signage, to kind of go all around. I do have this Beetlejuice one that lights up right there, which is pretty cool. I got this RoboCop poster that I got for my birthday, which I really like. It's a 27 by 40. I just really wanted to put something over here with all the other collectibles and stuff, kind of fill out the space. Like I have this lightsaber here as well, as you guys can see. So if it wasn't for the sound of the humming and stuff, I'd leave it on. But yeah, I have a lightsaber right there. Gonna turn these off, and then got some other stuff over here, like the Friday the 13th mask that I wore that one time I cosplayed as Jason on Halloween. Up here I got this really obscure sign I think a lot of YouTubers have. This is from my favorite movie. It's just kind of like a bunch of scenes from the movie Man on the Moon that's got the different color palettes. So it's a palette thing right there for the movie Man on the Moon right there. And then moving over here, got my signed Scream poster. And then I got a wooden Jurassic Park sign that I got from Hobby Lobby. Before I go over here though, I'll point out, I do have some stuff down here I forgot to show. Here's my Red Ranger helmet DVD collection. It has all 20 seasons of Power Rangers, or at least 20 seasons at the time, right here. So that's a DVD box set right there. And then here's the Jaws popcorn buckets that I got from work. They're sitting on top of my PC that runs everything right there. Here's another poster that's signed by Charles Martinet, who voices Mario and Luigi and stuff. It sits right above the TV right here, so I like having that. And then we have a Caution Godzilla sign, which is really cool. I got that from Hobby Lobby as well. I really like that. Kind of faces the movie collection. And then we have a signed Dave Sheridan mask for Scary Movie right there. I really enjoy having that. I need to get a really nice case for this so I can keep the dust off of it, but I clean it all the time. So, and then moving over here, we have the movie shelf. So we're going around the TV at this point. So this is all my collectibles and stuff up here. As you guys can see, got a bunch of box sets, a bunch of signed stuff. Just recently I got this, collector's edition for the Power Rangers game. There's a signed James Jude Courtney, Michael Myers Funko Pop up there. There's my signed Ryan Reynolds Blu-ray. Got the South Park Kids and Buddy Christ up there. There's a signed Mortal Kombat DVD or Blu-ray right there with the cast of the movie. There's a few things. Got the Godzilla box set from Criterion back there, and got a signed The Room Blu-ray with Tommy Wiseau's signature on it. It's got a bunch of box sets, some trinkets and stuff down here. My Clerks box set. Got quite a few things over here. So, you got all these box sets here. I love collecting TV shows and stuff that I actually enjoy. You got all the movies on the shelf here if you guys want to pause and see everything that I have right here. These are all my 4Ks and stuff. And then just kind of, I'll just pan upwards. These are all the Blu-rays, all the 4Ks, and stuff like that. You've seen me unbox and do videos on right there. Right next to it, I have from work this giant, and I mean giant, poster for Captain America Brave New World. That's what it looks like next to the actual shelf right there. I bring a lot of posters home from work. It's kind of ridiculous, but I love it. Give you guys a better look right here of the living room and stuff before I show everything else off. But that's pretty much the gist of it. I got my curtain lights here that do my little triangle logo and stuff. So yeah, it's very, very much themed after my YouTube channel for sure. And then here's the TV right here. This is a Sony Bravia 8 OLED that is just a beautiful television. I absolutely love this TV. It is like the best TV to watch actual 4K movies on. It's got great sound, great picture. Everything's great. Absolutely love this TV. And then below this, right here where these lights are, I don't know how well you guys are going to see everything. Figured I'd just turn the light on right here. I got some, stuff underneath right here, like some Funko Pops and other figures and stuff like that kind of going around there. Got a Green Ranger statue to represent the man Jason David Frank. May he rest in peace right there. And then on the other side, I have other Funko Pops and stuff like that going on. I also forgot to mention, there's a few things down here as well. Like I have a PS5 and an Xbox and stuff like that. PS5 is where I mostly operate all my 4Ks and stuff like that. But yeah, there you guys go, just in case you were wondering. Random chicken dog toy in the shot. Okay, let's go to the room. But that's pretty much it over here in the living room section. I have a majority of my stuff as far as like main movies and stuff on this shelf, but my room is where all my autographs and the TV shows and stuff are. So let's go ahead and go in there and check everything out. By the way, for those of you guys that have been curious, ever since Brendan's live stream, everybody's been concerned about the kitten. The kitten's okay. He's just chilling. He's just doing the best he can. He's chilling like a villain. I guess before we go in the room, I also have a poster from when How to Train Your Dragon came out. We had a bunch of posters that we gave out, so I grabbed one of those over here. And then going into the room, I got a Titanic area. So, I mean, I think I've shown this off before, but I have some Titanic stuff here. This is a signed autographed photo from Robert Ballard, who discovered the Titanic wreckage. And I have some rustic things, over here, including some Titanic newspapers and, stuff like that. And then a really nice little tapestry right there for the Titanic. All right, so as we enter the room, I try to let people know, let's keep the dumb fuckery to a minimum today. All right, guys, let's go in.
What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back into time.
guys, so this is the main section of the House of Geek. This is where I keep all my collectibles and stuff. This is my room. So as you can see, there's some posters and stuff that are signed. Start over here. This is my Power Rangers movie, or not movie poster. It's an entire TV show poster that I've gotten signed by a majority of the cast here. And a few notable signatures, of course, the late Jason David Frank signed this, as well as Robert Axelrod is right down here. So there is that. I won't go into too much detail. I've shown this poster off multiple times. If you guys want to check it out, you can go check out other videos where I showed it off. Over here, I got Ghostface kind of guarding everything, but this is the Funko Pop wall right here. And I do have a decent amount of Funko Pops. I got obsessed with, the nostalgic ones. Like there's some Goosebumps ones here. Of course, I'm an Alabama fan, so I had to get one of those. Some Godzilla stuff, things like that. Nothing too really crazy. There's some signed ones like Gabriel Iglesias right here and, Jeff Dunham. But right next to that is a signed poster for Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. And yeah, I love this poster right here. I was really happy to get this signed. And right next to it, I have a signed poster for Batman Beyond Return of the Joker. It is signed by Kevin Conroy right there and Will Friedle, who both voiced Batman in the animated series and in Batman Beyond right there. Next to that, I have a Goofy movie poster signed by Jason Marsden and Bill Farmer, who played Max and Goofy right there. It's one of my favorite childhood movies that I grew up with when I was a kid. Really happy to get that signed. And I got some posters from work over here, like the 4:30 movie and stuff, just kind of on the doorways here. Got some signed stuff over here, like from Jim Cummings, a Darkwing Duck figure, and got an Andy Kaufman figure up there I really like. But there's some more posters. This one right here, signed by Kevin Eastman, one of the co-creators of Ninja Turtles, as well as one of the Shredder actors from the second movie. And then on the first movie here, I have Judith Hogue, who played April O'Neil, and then also James Sato, who played the first Shredder in this movie. And possibly one of my favorites, this movie I grew up with, is Pokemon, the first movie poster, signed by a majority of the cast. I need to get the guy who played the voice of Brock and James on here. It's Eric Stewart that I need to get. But it is signed by the original voice actor from this movie that played Mewtwo. And he did that awesome quote. I really enjoy that. Here's my Bring Back the 90s tapestry, which greets you over here with all the other cool stuff, including that Fox Kids sign that I had custom made. You got a bunch of figures, and yes, I need to dust. Trust me, I need to dust over here. I've neglected it, but there's some signed stuff like this Jimmy Neutron Funko Pop I got signed at the convention this past couple of months. And then the Titanic one signed by Billy Zane. And then Weird Al Yankovic back this way. Got this really nice Godzilla statue as well that I really like. Got a poster of The Flash signed by Grant Gustin right there. And you can see all the signatures and stuff I've accumulated over here. I'm really proud of, like Sean Schmel, who played Goku, and like voice of Vegeta, Chris Sabat right there. And then got Adam West and Peter Cullen and Frank Welker for Transformers. Got Stan Lee, Ivan Ooze, Paul Freeman right there. Steve from Blue's Clues. Kurtwood Smith, who played the dad in That 70s Show. And of course, Clark's and Mallrats stuff. The voice of Homer Simpson. Just got it all over here. Some Beetleborg stuff. And then of course, Rob Paulson, who voiced the animated series Mask right there. Really happy with that. And you can see all the TV shows that I've gotten over the years that are pretty much from my childhood. Got a lot of TV shows I grew up with as a kid, so I'm not going to go over all these. You guys can see unboxings for every single one of these DVDs on my channel. And of course, without going into too much detail, this is the Batman Forever shelf right here. I'm sure everyone who has been subscribed to me has seen everything that has to do with this collection here. And I do eventually plan on going into detail on it at some point. But there's some signed stuff like the Jim Carrey autograph back there. And down below we have Val Kilmer and Chris O'Donnell signed stuff. Got the figures from McFarlane right here. I just got one more figure I need to get. It's that final suit one right there. But there's the Riddler. Got other stuff down here. Here's the Batmobile. Got all the Kenner figures right there. Some other stuff down this way. I'll go into more detail on the Batman Forever stuff at some point on its own. All right, now how to brighten things up over here to show this stuff off, but here is the Inspector Gadget section right here. Here's my original Inspector Gadget McDonald's toy right there, which is really cool. And it's sitting next to the screen-used Inspector Gadget hat that was worn by Matthew Broderick throughout the movie. It's the hero hat that was used in the movie right there. I don't know why I have a random Revenge of the Sith cup over here, but I got a lot of popcorn buckets from work. There's my original VHS tape and a Funko Pop for Gadget right there. But yeah, screen used hat, signed Matthew Broderick autograph right there. And then I got some other stuff above here I didn't show, like the signed Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes figures with the "I assure you we're open" sign right there. So that's pretty awesome. Got all my convention badges that I went to right there, which is really humbling right there. I got to go to any convention, because at one point I thought it was expensive. But to go with the Inspector Gadget stuff, I have this original theater banner right there. And this is a coat, production coat from the movie right here, which I can never get the tag. But there's a patch in here that shows the movie. Had to unbutton it right there, but yeah, there's the patch on the inside for the Inspector Gadget coat right there, which is pretty awesome. But guys, that is essentially the collection room. There's obviously other stuff I can show you if I really wanted to. There's a lot of detail that needs to go into it, but I'm gonna save some stuff for later. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, if you like what you see, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back with more videos soon. I'll talk to you guys later.